Good afternoon, everyone. Today we find ourselves amidst the ambience of Juni Book Cafe here in Duncan Basti, Dimapur. This establishment, which comes with a sitting cafe and reading facility, was officially launched in January 2023. We have with us today the proprietor and mastermind, where not only locals but also in international context aims to offer a platform to share their stories, their dreams and heritage with both locals, the visitors and buyers alike. So welcome to our show, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here with you today.
So could you tell us what inspired you to open the Juni Book Cafe?
Right. The inspiration behind this opening this cafe was being from a literature background. I love books, and this is where my inspiration started. Also, I have friend writers. So they had a very difficulties in disposing their works. So I wanted to offer them a platform where they can, dispose their books. Also, they are very less as in this. I think this is just hardly we find book cafes in Nagaland.
Yes.
So this is something was very triggering that I should do this. Maybe I should give them a platform as well as there are lots of budding writers in Nagaland, and then these writers they don't know what to do with their works. So I thought maybe with my friends being some of them, I wanted to give them the platform, as well as very rare book cafes in Nagaland. I think this is just the two in Nagaland.
Yes,
there are many other bookstores but not book cafes. So I thought maybe I should give them the platform for the budding writers, the writers, legendary writers, as well as the readers as well. It's difficult for them to get books. Some of the books that we offer, it's not in the market. So these are the kind of things that I want to do for the writers as well as the reading community.
With the few book cafes that are around here in Dimapur, what do you think sets apart Juni Book Cafe, especially considering your personal experiences and influence?
Right. There are, like I mentioned already, there are very few book cafes, and I think book cafes, what makes us different is we offer in like library come. We have a library system, rental systems as well. I think this is very less in Nagaland, or I think rather it's not there in Dimapur especially. So rental systems is something different from other cafes, and then we try to make the customers as comfortable as they can be, so they can sit and study, they can relax, right? And we've got many book options, so they can anytime come, sit in, go read rentals. So these are some of the things that we offer in the service, which other cafes do not offer.
Yes.
Right.
So how do you think this library system runs in your cafe, especially for viewers who may not be aware?
All right. Our rental systems, we have a monthly package as well as we have 3 months package and 6 months package. So we have a registration also. So this registration is like we charge 300 per month.
Okay.
And then you can take I think minimum, I forgot exactly the number, but we give a certain books of a certain amount of books, and then they can renew after 15 days if they want to keep it longer. And then we also have certain certain late fee charges if they, in case they fail up to pay this, in case they fail to bring the book within the stipulated time, then they can also rent out it without registration also. We do this registration mainly, not just for library, but for the cafe as well. We do this because I think we want to give privilege to the registered ones first.
Okay,
in case there is new consignments, we give them the privilege first. Or in case there is only one book for rental, then I think we always give it to the first registered ones. So that is how we run this library come registration fee.
In terms of the rental, does the same system relate to all the books available here in your cafe?
So the books for rentals, be it new books or old books, its rental section is rentals, and for selling is rentals. So the books that are for selling, we don't give out for rentals.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are lots of things we have to look for, as in damages. Nahole নতুন copies বিয়া কৰিব কিবা কিবা একটা লিখি দিলে বি এনেকা হৈ যায় না so new books we don't give out for rentals.
Okay. What has been the fastest rental book so far?
There are many books like that, so I cannot mention few like that, no? But there are many books. Some books Aje ayo kali ulai jawo, aje ayo kali ulai jawo rentals na.
Okay, okay.
I think there are quite few of them, so I cannot mention. I think yeah.
All right, right, yes. So, with no fees charged for in-house reading, how do you manage the cost and ensure profitability?
Right.
Yes.
So our cafe we offer coffees and we offer some snacks as well, no? So for reading. So I think many of us, I think me as well. If I go to cafe, I want to read something. I don't want to. I cannot just sit there and read. No.
Yes,
I
yes.
feel. I mean, I want to have something. Otherwise, it'll be. I mean, that's up to people. Nijo manula nijo perception alaga se. They come and if they want to read, they take at least one coffee or at least one lemon tea. Nah? And then we don't have any problem even if you don't take anything, no problem. But many of the customers, they do that. At least kiba ekta tu loi na pure. So that is how we try to cover up with the sit-in reading charges. Yeah?
Okay, okay. Talking about the well-furnished ambience, how did you come up with the concept?
All right. Ito muy laga inya since you know that I'm from English background, there is a thing called during the Victorian era, Elizabethan era.
Yes.
Ito time there was a thing called the book house or the coffee house. That was the house where they used to sit and discuss politics, religion, books, education. That was a very famous coffee house during that time. So this became the center of all the important discussions. So itula mind muila itula, you know, that thing was inside my head that oh, let's do this so that people can come enjoy relaxed coffee, also discuss things that they cannot discuss outside.
Yes.
So that concept of vintage, okay, let's do this. Oh, let's bring back that reading culture. Let's bring back that place, that ambience where people can sit and discuss. That place where education sprouts. That place where intellectuals gather. That is how I came up with this whole ambience thing. Yeah.
Keeping aside the platform for a conversation, the fact that your location is between one of the popular saloon and also the Playdate Toddlers Learning Institute. So how have you collaborated so far?
We've not done any collaboration so far, but we want to do in the future. Let's see how I can come up with it. But then their customers, the Playdate customers, it's a kids center, kids zone. So their parents come down to buy kids books. So I also try to keep few coupons down there in the saloon.
Okay.
That way their customers also get distracted when they are waiting for their friends. They come up here for coffee. The same thing with the Playdate. They are waiting for their kids. They come down here for coffee, or they come and get the kids books for sure. That is how we are able to coexist.
Yeah, sure. Talking about the collaboration, not just within your area, but how about other establishments or artists?
Right. We had few collaborations in the past already, and we are planning for more. Like we wanted to have this collaboration, but I don't know when it's happening. Let's see how fast we can come up with this. But there is a thing called Wandering Minds, if you've heard about it.
Yes.
We wanted to do some collaboration. We're still on the talk. We've not come out with it yet, but we want to do, that is the kind of thing I want to do. So we wanted to have something like arts and books together.
That'll be really great,
Yeah,
yes.
and then last time we had two-day book sale event with a Bookstagram. They bought their books, we had our books, and we collaborated, and that is how we worked. And there are times we take up events and all. So these are the kinds of collaborations we do take. Yeah.
Checking out your growing Instagram page and the ambience that you maintain. Is there any upcoming exciting project other than Wandering Minds which you would like to tell our viewers?
For now, nothing as such, but I also forgot. This time we are also offering this weddings. Since this is a wedding season, we are offering a small package to the bridal showers. This is trending in Nagaland, so we want to keep up with this. I have friends who are getting married, so one reason is also to accommodate my friends. So we want to take small gatherings like this, especially with the girls who like reading books and all. They would love the background and the pictures. So we are doing this. We have this small package for bridal showers. So that is one project that is that is in between this wedding seasons, and we'll see further. I don't know what can come up.
Now that Dimapur has comparatively become a smaller district, how do you assess the reading culture that is being revived by you?
Right. I think To me, I was also not very sure when I started this because I thought the reading culture is less, technology has taken over. But then I have few, like I already mentioned, few writers, then few readers, my friends. So ito kan bamna korna start kuchile. Surprisingly, there are lots of readers. Surprisingly, the books were like in demands, and I was like very happy. Acha, let's do this. I think people are getting back to books. The reading culture is reviving, and I think Dimapur has also quite a number of readers. So I think, especially the surrounding ones, there are a few loyal customers. They come buy books. I think every now and then they do this. Some of the customers, every now and then they want to buy books. I think this is for the readers. They might read or they might not read, but they love collecting books.
Yes,
So ituhan customers kan ahina kini. So I think it's doing good, and I think reading culture is now reviving. It's coming back. I think now for a decade or so we lost our reading culture. I think people are now realizing the importance of the physical touch of the book, physical book. So I think that is how it is getting back on track now. So we've got quite an interesting customers also. So that is, that's about it.
Okay. Apart from the glam and glamour, what practical challenges might you have faced in upcoming with the concept now that you're almost 10 months into the running of the business?
Right. Yes. Well, at first it was not very easy, especially with the loans and all. I just fresh graduates, no job. So finding a loan was very difficult for me in the beginning. Of course, the banks, they are looking for profit. And I was, especially being a woman, loan apply gradually, and it's such a big business, right? And it's such a huge investment. They're worried whether they should invest in this or not. And then bank, the guys who were processing my these things, the processing my loans also were guys only. So I had to go through a lot of things to get through this. Not just that, ito materials can procure korle bhi bishi duk paise, maiki ase, boibi halba ito khuri khan la ko na jane. Thankfully, mula friends kumba ase tahan pa moi ki help korala ase nole ito khan bhi na jane. There were lots of difficulties like loan wise, practically ini ka bishi tagise. But thank God I'm here.
Yes. Exploring the book racks, we see a lot of locally sourced books and local artists as well. So I'm sure you see this as a form of empowerment to the local artists.
Right.
Yes. So how many probably artists have you housed so far?
Oh, that I do not keep a count of. But as you see, there are I think almost all are like locally
the major
sourced
local artists at the moment. Yes.
So I think around 150
That's great.
artists, I guessed, according to my calculation, if I'm not wrong, in Ikase. And then I'm happy to be giving them this platform. And I'm also very happy with the Heritage Publishing House in Pentril. They provide me with the books that is in trend or that is newly launched, and we also have book launches and all here. That is a very nice thing that's going on here right now. So these are the I'm happy that I can give them this platform, and likewise they are giving me this platform, so we are like supporting each other that way.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a to and fro, but benefits both the party and also relieve the readers and customers alike. Yes. So, also talking about customers' satisfactory feedback, how do you ensure or collect the improvement areas?
Right. Ours is a book cafe, so what happens is customers, they come searching for specific books. And I think that way they help us to get what books they need also.
Great.
And sometimes they are old customers. I was very shocked one day to find I think some 90 plus grandfather.
Wow.
He's doing some he's doing some research. He came in searching for some books, and it was very inspiring also. I don't know who told him about this cafe.
Okay.
And then he could not even walk properly. His daughter or granddaughter, I don't know, was the one holding him, and he came searching for the book. So it was very encouraging. That way, tahan la satisfaction do muhan natakabi tahan koe itu ani dibi, itu ani dibi, itu ani dibi. We try our best to get them what they are asking for. Also, we try to suggest that this is new this will be good for your what do we call this? This book will be good for the book that you're searching. This one will be good for your what do we call this?
area of familiarity?
Yeah,
or-
area of familiarity plus for researchers. Na?
Yes, yes.
To ito topic the research kura se kule ito book sticks hobo na ki nole ta khan ba aro mohan gi ko acha mohan ini ga field te ini ka jase ini ga type ani diwe na.
Okay,
So
okay.
they help us, we help them. That is how we customer satisfaction to that pa ini ka se mohan la na.
That's great. That's a very inspiring story,
Yeah,
especially
thank you.
since he's an old man.
Yeah, that grandfather really inspired me. Really.
Talking about the digital transformation and that
Right.
now information is within our fingertips. How do you define the true essence of knowledge?
Right. Vidya too, the technology has taken over, right? There are multiples. In fact, I think information right now is overloaded. So one must have the wisdom, must have the wisdom to differentiate what information to be taken, what information to be kept aside. Information is easily available everywhere. So you should have this knowledge that acha, itu information this one should be taken, this one should not be this one should be left. And I think that is the true essence of the true essence of knowledge, knowing which information to absorb, which information to dissolve. Itu janiwo lage. Since information is already readily available,
Yes, yes.
itu differentiate kole janiwo la. That is the true essence of knowledge for me.
That's great. So how would you suggest to a new reader or even the existing readers to add up or expertise their selection of book? We have multiple genres, but
Right.
how do you say that we are better at selecting and then reading something which will profit us?
All right. I think reading for readers, for those who read always, they know what to read. They know what not to read. Also, talking of books, ajikale everyone will I'm not trying to discourage, but everyone will write. But that doesn't mean that that is worth reading.
Okay.
I'm not trying to discourage those who are writing or those who are reading.
So you mean the writers read kind of less of the other works?
What
or-
I'm trying to say is there are books, many books,
Okay, okay.
thousands and millions of books. Will be that doesn't mean that some books purible lage, some book information ase, some book knowledgeable ase. So for those who already read, they will know what is right and what is wrong. But for those new readers that they are starting to read, I will not tell them to do not read this one, did not read that one. No. For those who are starting now, I will ask them to just start with any kind of books. If it gets you hooked, it'll get you hooked, and then you will know slowly this process of how to read, where to read, which book to read. Only for those who are starting to read now, just start with any books. That is what I would like to say.
Yes. So, how would you like to share a message or insight with fellow entrepreneurs who might be inspired by your
right.
concept? Yes.
Recently, I got a frame from my friend as a gift that says passions at the end, passions matters, right? So I think I would like to encourage all my friends, the struggling entrepreneurs, the starters, or the entrepreneur journey they just keep on going. Your passion will get you there.
Yeah,
that is
that's
what
a
I'd
good
like to say.
message. Yes. So, lastly, how would you describe the essence of Juni Book Cafe in a sentence or a para?
Okay, I was thinking about it, and I think Juni Book Cafe laga essence to comfort, right, and encourage yourself to read, right, and I think at the most important thing right now is peace, right. So when you come to this cafe, I'd like you to get peace at this cafe. Also learn something. I think that's the essence of the cafe. Yeah.
Yes. Additionally, just one quick question.
Sure.
Is there any Christian or theological
Oh
books
yes, we
available?
do. We do have few books, and we have some 200-300 copies coming in again for the Christian literatures. So we are waiting for this consignment.
Wow. We'll be looking forward to that.
Sure. Yes. Thank you.
As we wrap up today's conversation, it is evident that Juni Book Cafe, though in its budding initial stage, it is not just a movement, but a commitment to foster and showcase the richness of Naga literature and revive the reading culture. For every sip of coffee and tea, there's a tale, an author, a dream supported. On that note, let's continue to celebrate and hope that the readers will be inspired through the stories from Nagaland and continue to inspire readers from everywhere. This was NE8, supported by Nagaland Post.